Good day, fish tankers. We are at Pet Adventure in Claremont. It's next to Tariq's store, it's his parents' store. Let's see what they have. Okay, firstly here at the back of the store, there's a section of sort of mini ponds and some pond plants and pond fish, and here's some goldfish in here. These are comets, believe it or not. They're not young koi, and you can see here through a window how big common goldfish and comets actually do get. They're much better off in ponds. You need a big tanks for them, so they inevitably end up in two small tanks. And there you've got some pond plants sticking out. It's mostly just plant mass in here, not much in terms of fish. Now take a look at this. Look at where this aquarium is on top of the other one, precariously perched here. Would you take a look at that? Just a bead of silicon, almost glass on glass. Some bits and bobs and doodads, and the same thing over here. Tanks on top of tanks. There's some shubunkins, very much like the comets. They don't go quite as big. I haven't seen them as big, but they also get big. Some more comets, quite a few of them, as you can see. And yet more comets. And over here you can see that's what they do when they revert to the wild color. This is what goldfish originally were, and these we just call bronze comets nowadays. And here we're in the main store. As you can see, we've got a massive array of dry goods. It's not only an aquatic store. There's lots of things for your other pets. There's hamsters, there's lots of birds. Lots of food, as you see there on your left. And then you go into the side of a store where the aquariums are. And there's a display tank. Everybody busy here today. And there you can see some neon tetras. Just some very basic plants. Whereas Euponics next door, Tariq's store, is more of a nano fish and a more upper, going towards the upper end of the market. This is more your bread and butter store that caters to your normal aquarium fish, although they do have some things here that you don't see often. Nice selection of aquarium plants, quite a number of plants here, all your usual suspects. Some really big anubias here at a good price as well. That's not bad for that size anubias as it goes. Some Amazon swords, and then an array of stem plants. There you go. And here's a big tank here, and there's a few cichlids and this leperinus, the striped fish. See, we can get away from a glare, take a better look at him. There he is. You have a big tank, a big community of sort of semi-aggressive predatory fish like these cichlids. This fellow can hold his own. I'm not quite sure what cichlid this is. It looks like a jaguar to me. And here's of course my favorite, the Oscars. Two baby Oscars. I think by now everybody knows they grow to about a foot. And they need big tanks. And some Malawi cichlids as well. And here we have some armies, I think, in there. Very nice size angels. You can see some nice marble angels there. And there's a very nice white angel, decent size angels. some bikers or bishers, however you, polypterus, however you want to pronounce them. Black ghost knifefish, they also grow into sizable fish. And some dwarf armies. As far as knifefish goes, the black ghost is my favorite, as opposed to those clown knifefish. They just become huge. Baby albino Oscar. And some more small Malawi's. Let me know in the comment section who keeps Malawi cichlids and the tiger barbs. Has anybody ever done a tank with only tiger barbs and maybe some other barbs if you have to, rosy barbs and ruby barbs? I've done it once in my days of managing a pet shop for a client. And of course your dwarf neon rainbows. I see they're becoming more and more popular in the hobby. And here's a Tetra that's an old favorite in the hobby, but often overlooked, and that's the red eye Tetra. It's got that striking red eye, the rest is sort of silvery grey. And of course, cherry barbs. You all know I like them, and there's an albino Cory making its way. Some koi sawtails, albino koi sawtails. You can see the red pupil of the eye. And here we've got armies once again, very underrated fish. You've got to grow them out a little bit. And the usual selection of mixed bag Malawis. This is interesting. Not only do you have the rams, look in between them, it's still baby silver dollars, but it's not your usual silver dollar, it's the spotted silver dollar. They've got these blackish grey spots, and it's when they get bigger, it makes an interesting sort of opaque giraffe-like pattern almost on these silver dollars. I used to have silver dollars, not the spotted ones, just the common ones, and I really loved those fish. But those were in my days before I kept any live plants. I just had the most realistic looking plastic plants, because silver dollars are lawn mowers. Velgration. Excuse that hiccup. A bit always talking, sometimes your voice goes away. Some Serpate Tetras. And some dwarf armies there. And there, of course, is your rainbow shark. It's actually a type of fish that belongs in the carp family. And there's the old mainstay of hobby, the white cloud mountain minnows, along with some swordtails. Now here you see there's rainbow sharks, and then in front there is a bicolor shark. I had one like that. It's a beautiful fish once it gets bigger, jet black with a red tail. The rainbow sharks having the red fins, not just the red tail. And the trick to these fish is keep them as single specimens, not in groups, because they fight, like you see there. Big array of aquariums. And here we've got some more angels and some decent size blue and golden gouramis, or free spot gouramis, the third spot being the pupil of the eye. Gouramis and angelfish are good combinations, I've found, because they both can be sort of semi-aggressive. They keep each other in check, and they both are sort of slower moving fish. So I found that it can work out. Rummy noses. And here we've got a little beta sorority, female betas in this tank, along with more white clouds. Here you can see them. There's quite a couple. Has anybody done a beta sorority? Also let me know. And these are of course white skirt tetras, or we used to call them black widows, but that's a white form of it. More dwarf neon rainbows. Seem to be quite a few of these. The rainbows become popular. And there we've got the Von Rio Tetra, or the Rio Tetra, or the Buenos Aires Tetra. You have it in a white form as well. And some black skirt tetras, or black widows. These white tip or silver tip tetras. They can be nippy with other fish, but if you just want to have one school of fish in a well planted tank, they can be really terrific because they follow your hand to get fed. And these small convict cichlids no doubt got taken in from some kid who can't stop them breeding, and he probably got a bit of fish food, if anything, for them. And here we've got some flame tetras along with a few neon tetras. And here we've got some serpay tetras. Question, if you can answer me in the comment section, are serpay tetras and red phantom tetras the same, and what's the difference between the two? More of them, plus Prestella tetras mixed in, and of course the glow fish, some glow danios. Not my cup of tea, you all know that. It just looks weird to me. And I wonder what the ethical concerns are with glowfish. Some more swordtails. Yet more of them. And some guppies as well. Not bad looking males over there. Some more guppies. Look at that old style box filter. That's not bubbling at the moment. Another swarm of small Malawis that of course grow out. I've never been big on the Malawi cichlid thing. I don't like the aggression. More guppies. And here are the females. They separate the males and the females. And what do we have here? We have a big aquarium, and we've got some featherfins and odontus. There's a couple of big Mbuna Malawis here. But I do like these featherfins and odontus catfish. It's a kind of catfish that's robust, but they become big. You need a big tank, but not as much as a common pleco. And they're a good bottom feeder with these aggressive or semi-aggressive fish there. You can see there's a Melanachromis auratus chasing another fish around there. And here's a big shoal of silver dollars and another. We've got some big tanks here. Massive shoal of silver dollars. Apologies for the light. There's no light on this tank. They do well in a shoal of at least 6. As I've said, those are the ones that I used to have. I really like these fish. But they can also be skittish, so don't put their tank close to a high traffic area in your house. Put it in a lounge somewhere where people sit and look at them from a meter or 2 or so. Then it works out much better. And here's a big tank with, well, semi-monster fish or monster fish. 2 big arowana in here and a big Pangasius catfish. And this tank is about, I'd say, around 6 foot. But even so, with arowana, you know, you really have to have a tank the size of a pool almost. And I see that one's got an injury to his mouth. No doubt from jumping. So even though this tank is quite big, you know, they even, in my opinion, they even need bigger. Well, that's it, guys. Please, until I see you again, keep on taking good care of those domestic denizens of the deep.